Alibaba's new problem. A tale of wealth and wisdom. A whimsical tale tweak. Everyone wants to be rich. Because rich people have no problems, right? Wrong. Turns out, gold might fill your pockets, but it also fills your life with weirdness. Just ask Alibaba, the man who went from broke woodcutter to blinged out bazaar boss overnight. Let's rewind. Once upon a time in ancient Persia, Alibaba hit the jackpot. Not with crypto or camel NFTs, but by discovering the secret stash of 40 thieves. He outsmarted them, took their treasure, and boom! Alibaba became the richest man in the land. Gone were the days of chopping wood in the scorching sun. Now, he lounged on silk cushions, flipping gold coins like pancakes.
Ah, wealth. No more worries, no more struggles. Life is perfect.
If only. Wealth, as it turns out, attracts problems like a sugar cube attracts ants. And the ants? Oh, they came marching. The first knock came within hours.
Alibaba, dearest cousin, it is I, your long-lost relative.
Alibaba blinked.
I have never seen you before in my life.
But of course you have. You were 3, I was older, maybe 30-ish, but let's not do math. The point is, we're family. Toss me a gold coin.
Before Alibaba could shut the door, another voice piped up.
Alibaba, my dearest friend, my goat sneezed. She needs golden medicine.
The crowd at his gate grew larger by the day. Every day, new visitors. Cousins, friends, friends of cousins, cousins of goats. Merchants who'd never noticed him before now treated him like royalty, with very expensive tastes. At the bazaar, he heard this.
Alibaba, for you, a special price. 100 gold coins for a single date fruit.
Alibaba nearly choked.
100? I used to buy a basket for a silver coin.
The merchant winked.
Ah, but you're rich now. And rich folks don't count coins. They throw them.
And then, the guards. The ones he paid. He caught one slipping coins into his pocket.
What are you doing with your hand in the treasure chest?
Polishing them, sir. Just making sure the gold stays nice and shiny.
With your teeth? Really?
To top it off, even his donkey retired. Alibaba found it lying in the stable, on cushions. Oh no, no, its expression seemed to say. I carry nothing unless it's a cushion on my back. Alibaba groaned.
Even my donkey is spoiled. He lounges on silk, demands snacks, and refuses to carry anything that doesn't sparkle.
Desperate to regain control, he tried to disguise himself as a poor man. He wrapped himself in a rough cloak and walked up to a fruit stall.
Nice try, Alibaba. You could wear a burlap bag and I'd still recognize that beard.
Ugh, Alibaba muttered. This isn't working. That night, buried in gold, Alibaba had a realization. Finding treasure was easy. Keeping your sanity while rich? That was the real challenge. So, he hatched a plan. The next morning, he stood before the palace and yelled,
I will lend gold to anyone who needs it, but you must return it tenfold in a year.
Some folks coughed. Others walked backward like nothing happened. Soon, the courtyard was empty, except for one person, an old woman. She stood there calmly, spinning thread like she had all the time in the world.
You're the only one who stayed?
Of course. I don't beg, and I don't borrow foolishly.
What do you want from me?
The woman paused her spinning and looked up at him, her eyes sparkling like they held secrets older than gold.
To give you something more valuable than treasure.
Alibaba raised an eyebrow, clearly skeptical.
And what could that possibly be?
The woman smiled gently, never breaking her calm.
Wisdom, the silent force that saves you when gold runs out.
Now fully intrigued, Alibaba leaned closer, the noise of the world around them fading away. The old woman lifted her hand and held up 3 fingers, the golden thread still dancing between them.
Never wear all your wealth on your sleeve. You'll attract the greedy and the wolves pretending to be sheep.
Alibaba nodded slowly, remembering the endless stream of fake friends and cousins knocking on his door. She raised her second finger.
Silver and gold are like sand. Scatter them too freely, and the wind takes them. Clutch them too tightly, and they slip through your fingers just the same.
Alibaba looked down at the coin in his hand, suddenly aware of how carelessly he'd both given and guarded it. Then she held up the third finger, her voice quiet but firm.
A wise farmer never eats all his harvest in one season. He saves some, plants some, trades some. That's how he avoids hunger when winter comes.
Alibaba leaned back, the old woman's words swirling in his head like the scent of spice in a crowded bazaar.
So what you're saying is, I need to be smarter with my gold?
The woman gave a soft chuckle, barely louder than the breeze.
It took you long enough to figure that out.
He looked around at his mountains of treasure, shimmering, impressive, and suddenly, not so satisfying.
I've been rich, but now I'd like to be wise.
And from that day on, Alibaba changed. No more free gold handouts, no more dragon-like hoarding. He lent wisely. He invested in trade. He surrounded himself with honest, clever people. Bit by bit, his fortune became less shiny but far more stable. And oddly enough, peace returned. And his donkey? Oh, it leveled up. It started offering marketplace rides. For a small fee, of course. Soon enough, it had its own tiny purse tied around its neck, jingling with coins and pride. And so, Alibaba learned the greatest secret of all. Not how to find treasure, but how to keep it. From that moment on, gold no longer ruled him. He ruled it. As for the wise old woman, she vanished like a whisper. But her wisdom stuck around. If ever you find yourself with more gold than sense, remember her words, "A man who carries gold but lacks wisdom is no better off than a fool with an empty purse." And that's the tale tweak twist on Alibaba's real problem. If you love this tale flipped with a little wisdom and a wink, give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories retold with a tweak, a chuckle, and a little spark of sense. And tell us in the comments, what's your golden rule for handling money or donkeys? Until next time, tweak your tail and tweak it well.